So Amber and I were talking and looking back at some of our favorite moments and places, and along the way, we've had some really neat stuff.
Woo.
We've had a lot of memories at the parks, a lot of fun times. My kids definitely have theirs. So I thought it'd be fun to have Amber come on and share some of our favorite, best, and goofiest memories.
Hi.
So we've been at the parks a bunch. You've kind of grown up going to theme parks. In fact, you were at Six Flags over Texas when you were like 2 months old.
I don't remember that.
I don't know why. But you've had, more than a lot of families. It has been theme parks and travel and amusement parks and roller coasters and getting me in trouble when you were 6 because I let you go on X.
I was excited.
Yeah. Don't tell your mom. Walk in the door. Hey, Mom!
I was excited.
Might have been 7, but yeah, something like that. Lots of fun moments. So we were chatting the other day in the car and started throwing out moments. Favorite moments, fun times, stuff like that. I think the first one you thought of was the first one I generally think of.
When we were in the Tom and Huck's Island, and you were trying to scare us by running around the corners, but you ended up slamming into a wall.
Yeah, so Tom Sawyer Island at Walt Disney World, one of the things on there is the pirate caves. And it's basically like this little maze. And so, yeah, I tried to ditch my kids. Thought I was going to get away. I take off running. They take off running after me. So it's like, how can I get away from them as fast as I can? And turning corners and everything else. And I turned one corner full tilt. And
there was no corner.
there was a wall.
He bounced off of it like a cartoon character.
I mean, literally, it was just face plant. Bam! I didn't fall down, but both of you did.
I don't remember falling down.
Oh, no, you two, because you were laughing so hard. Joseph, I remember at least, was either sitting or bending over or something.
Joseph is the one who tends to fall down when he's laughing really hard.
Yes, it was one of those times I wish we'd had a camera.
It would have been too dark to film it. That's why you couldn't see the corner.
Well, that and I was going so fast I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, it was like... But you've had all sorts of other fun moments and things. So what else comes to mind? Because you have done stuff in the parks that most people don't ever have a chance to.
I really liked sitting on the fire truck during the parade that one time at Disney World.
So I was wondering about that. The what was it? Family Fun Day parade, and yes, you guys got to be the grand marshals for that. Well, I took pictures, and then I didn't have money to buy the pictures.
That was sad.
That was. It was one of my last days in the parks when I left for cancer, and yeah, that's actually it's when I come back from cancer, and I had to take a leave. Basically, I had to quit before I could come back. The whole story's in the cancer video.
But riding in the parade was still fun.
Yeah, it's like how many people get to be a grand marshal at a Disney parade.
I was using the princess wave that they talked about in Princess Diaries.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was really neat being able to jog along and shoot pictures of you guys while riding. And
I remembered that time, well, it wasn't riding in the fire truck, but riding in one of the other rides. It was either Indiana Jones or Dinosaur, and Joseph was the one who was supposed to be steering, even though it's a railed ride, and he was screaming, "I have to get to McDonald's," while all the disasters were happening around us.
Where's my chicken nuggets? Yeah. What I remember, I'm pretty sure it was Dinosaur, but I remember pulling back in and him looking at the cast member that was there going, "Is it McDonald's?" And them going, "What?"
Like, if we don't get there in time, it's going to be closed.
Joseph was really good at doing goofy stuff. The sky ride at Busch Gardens.
Oh yeah, when he would yell "Ahoy, Mr. Smitty" to all of the other people.
Yeah, so every time our bucket is passing somebody else, "Ahoy, Mr. Smitty! What are you doing?" It was... The kid is weird. He's just...
He was only like 10 at the time.
But It was funny. But yeah, that's not the only parade you've gotten to ride in and wave at.
I mean, there was the old town with the old-fashioned cars, but...
Yep. Yeah. So when we're part of the Florida Coaster Club, we got to ride along in the cars during their cruise through Old Town.
But that wasn't really the same kind of thing. That was more just a little event at Old Town.
It was fun.
It was fun. But I don't know if it really counts as a parade like Disney does.
No. But still, it was cool. You've been literally all, around the world at different parks, because you've been in parks in Colombia and Costa Rica. And
although the one at Costa Rica wasn't exactly one of my best memories. That was more like one of the worst when we got stuck on the bumper car.
Bumper cars here in the U.S. are slow compared to this one. These cars were full throttle.
And the wheel was stuck all the way, so no matter which way me and Mom tried to turn, it just kept reversing and slamming into the wall over and over and over.
They were in panic mode, which means they weren't hitting the middle spot on the steering wheel. They were hitting the turn spin either way. Because these things are fast and they're hitting hard and they're just like, Gah! And so my wife freaked.
Well, it was hurting her neck.
Yes. And so she couldn't steer the car, got stuck, and actually made them stop the ride. Oh, that was my embarrassing American moment. I was like, oh, because they made them stop the ride so they could get off, and then Joseph and I had to get off. And
I mean, neither me or Mom knew that if you turn the wheel all the way, it's going to reverse the car. We didn't know why it was doing that.
Yeah. So if you ever drive bumper cars and you don't know, if you turn the wheel all the way to one side or all the way to the other, it puts it in reverse and turns it. So you got to keep it in the middle. Go forward. But yeah, that was probably the one embarrassing moment. We really haven't had that many of those. They've been mostly fun.
I mean, there was the time when Joseph was absolutely miserable to be volunteered for that wizard show.
So when we were moving from California to Florida, we stopped at all these parks along the way. And it was Six Flags St. Louis, of all places. They had this magic show for kids where you had a guy dressed up as Merlin and a talking tree up on the stage. And they pulled some kids up. And you could tell the poor employees doing the show had no interest, were bored out of their minds, hated it. And so they're just grabbing kids. And they managed to talk Joseph in. Joseph's literally sitting on the stage. And let's see, he was 7?
Yeah.
8?
No, he was really little. He looks like he's going to cry.
And it was the worst magic show ever. Oh, it was bad. It was horrible. And he's stuck. We can't even leave because he's on stage. Because we probably would have walked out. It was that bad. But nope. We joked whether what the worst part of the park was. That or Ninja, the roller coaster, which was horrible too.
That one hurt.
Yeah, bad. Still does. Okay, so from all these parks, could you pick out a favorite that you've been to? Or a couple?
I really like the Diagon Alley at Universal Studios. The rest of the park is fun, and I like looking at the behind-the-scenes stuff and the filmmaking stuff, just because me and Joseph are into that. But specifically, I like the Diagon Alley part.
I don't know. The first time you ever walked into Hogsmeade, though.
I mean, Hogsmeade was nice, but it was mostly a crooked-looking village. I like Diagon Alley because there's the giant dragon going up the bank. That's true.
But it was fun watching you walk in going,
turkey wings.
That was great. The first time. So outside Diagon Alley.
I really like both Epcot and Animal Studios just because they feel unusual for parks. Like
Animal Studios?
Animal Studios. Epcot and...
Animal Studios. Hey, let's...
Animal Kingdom.
I said, let's take 2 half parks and combine them into one.
Animal Kingdom.
So anything outside of Florida?
Most of the parks I remember clearly were in Florida.
Okay, so not like Coney Island is like the highlight of everything.
No. That was awful. The loud volume and the heat and the crowds and how dirty everything was. Coney
Island was one of those, okay, we're happy that we went because it is Coney Island. I love the Cyclone. Cyclone was amazing.
I mean, yeah, it had that one really nice smooth roller coaster, but like the music that was so loud by the water ride that hurt our ear. I felt so bad for the dogs that were there.
Everybody did like Knoebels.
Knoebels was really nice. I miss Cypress Gardens.
Oh, yes. So those of you who don't know, Legoland in Florida used to be Cypress Gardens. And when we were there, they actually had added rides to it.
There was water rides and little roller coasters between the gardens. And there was the big wetlands garden. I really liked walking around there.
That's still there. With the Florida pool and stuff.
It's probably covered in Legos, though.
Nope. They actually preserved that part.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't turn the baobab tree into a Lego village.
No, they did keep the classic part of the gardens, and then the rest of it is the regular Legoland. So, at some point, we got to go back.
The pirate show's probably gone, though.
Yes, the pirate show was the corniest, cheesiest.
It was really funny,
but just plain fun because they totally mocked the park. It was a lot of fun.
Hello.
I think I actually have that on video somewhere. Okay, I know people are always going to ask, what's your favorite roller coaster you've been on? Your favorites?
That one that was at was it Dollywood, the rocket one that was really, really smooth. It went up the hill and...
The one looked like a wood coaster. Lightning Rod.
Yes.
There we go.
It was really, really smooth. Like, a lot smoother than most coasters, and I tend to hate rough coasters.
And it had the launch lift hill still. They changed it to a chain lift. Powder
Keg is also really good because of the fake beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
It and the launch are both really fun. I like Expedition Everest also because of the fake broken part. I like when they make it look like the roller coaster is broken.
Everest, boy, Everest has a lot of special memories because that was our ticket into Disney the very first time.
First time we ever went to the park because we were in the commercial.
Yeah, so we were part of the Florida Coaster Club. They wanted extras to ride the coaster to look smile, and one of our guys had a connection with the talent agency that was looking for these extras. So they called us up, and we basically got to go into Animal Kingdom before it opened. I got to see it all fogged in, which is really cool.
It was really pretty.
Then got to ride the coaster before it was open to the public. They were doing soft openings.
At the time, the Yeti was still kind of glitched and was just doing the disco move with the.
No, it was fully moving.
I mean, I remember it being a lot less articulated than it is now.
It doesn't move at all now.
No?
No.
They got rid of the move? That's really sad.
Well, it's because it was tearing itself apart. So it moved when we rode it those first times, but now it doesn't.
I remember it being really janky at first.
And the janky was because it actually was moving. Now it doesn't move, it just flashes. See, it doesn't make that much of a difference if she doesn't know which is which. Yeah, that was really cool because the very first time we'd actually been at Disney World, we got in admission. They paid in free tickets for the whole family to use at later times. So we ended up with 2 tickets each to the other parks, and then we got to spend the rest of the day in Animal Kingdom, so we had free admission there.
I think that was also the day when I made my little twig flag and they gave me the pin.
So we're sitting there waiting for the parade, and we're sitting right by a planter, and Amber, 9?
Something like that.
Reaches into the planter, grabs twigs and leaves and stuff, and makes this little flag. And
it was the leaves were holding on by the little forked twig, and so I was waving it really gently.
And you were doing something like, yay, Animal Kingdom or something.
Mm-hmm.
One of the managers walking by, it caught her eye, and she's like, that's really cool. And so she traded her a pin for her flag.
It's the one that Tinkerbell's holding on my curtain.
That's cool. Do you actually remember which pin? I didn't remember. But, yeah, it was, kind of neat. I wonder... She said she was going to put it up in her office. I wonder if she actually did or not.
I bet she probably laid it on her desk in her office until the plants eventually fell apart. And then she had to throw it away. But yeah,
it was a fun deal to get. Because I wasn't employed. We're still living over by Tampa at that point. So yeah, our very first times into Disney were free because of commercials and stuff. But the casting agent, when we're waiting in line to get into the commercial, saw Amber and Joseph were like, gotta have that. And Joseph ended up on the second row right behind the paid actors.
Joseph was always the lucky one who actually got into the roller coaster commercial stuff, like at SeaWorld.
Yeah, SeaWorld, he's on the actual video of Manta.
That's because he rode it so many times.
Yeah, he was one of the few who didn't get sick on it. Yeah, that's what led us into commercials and other stuff. And on the... getting onto the Disney cruise boat, not taking the cruise, but...
I wish that we could.
It was fun being able to get on the boat and see it a little bit. And
it'd be cool to go on when Buckets and Boards is on there.
Yeah, goodness, it'd just be cool to be able to actually go on a cruise.
But, like, it'd be funny for you to go and say hi to them. Like, hey, I saw you in Missouri, and now we're over here.
No, you know what I would probably do?
You would start doing your train lines.
Yes!
That was really cheesy when you introduced yourself that way.
Yes!
No, you went up to him like, here's a blast from your past, and just started spinning.
Oh, well, that was one of the later shows. But, yeah, the very first time... Okay, Buckets and Boards entertain on the Disney cruise. They also do shows here in Branson. First time we had gone, it was so working Silver Dollar City, and so they do this thing when you get free tickets. They ask, so where do you work? On the train. And so one of the guys was a train robber at one point. So yeah, I followed up and embarrassed my kids. Yes, embarrassed the kids.
He's very loud at shows.
It's fun. I'm only loud at appropriate times.
You made everybody stare at you that one time, and then you went, oh, I didn't realize I was that loud.
Okay, so yeah, every now and then. I'm a dad. I'm supposed to embarrass you. Not embarrass me, just embarrass you. This is funny. If you could go back, change things, or do it again, what would you do?
Make Florida less hot. I got headaches a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we found out Joseph actually is literally allergic to heat.
Yeah, he would get heat rashes.
Is there anything, though, about all that you regret?
That we eventually got bored of going to Busch Gardens every other day.
Yeah, but that's how we relieved our stress after teaching at that school.
That was how you and Mom did, but me and Joseph started getting bored of it, and then it meant we didn't appreciate it as much later, because we were just going so often.
Yeah, so Busch, we did. We went a lot. Even when I was working there, we still went a lot. But it was sanity. Well, that, we just go for dinner. Yeah, we want to eat. What do we want? I don't know. Let's go to Busch Gardens and get something.
I mean, we at least always saw Katanga.
Yes. Best show ever outside of Dickens. So it's been fun. We've had good stuff over the years. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful. We don't have a lot of money. We could have saved up savings accounts and bought stuff and done that. I think we made good choices.
It's easy to go and enjoy the parks when you can get into them for free, or when you get a deal on a platinum pass.
Yep. Invested in the passes, invested in visiting the parks and creating memories as a family instead of sitting around a TV. Traveled. We've been, like I said, been places probably you never would have thought about. Thanks to amusement parks.
And friends help.
Yep. And we've made some amazing friends along the way. So, I'm grateful. Mm-hmm. So, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this little look back for us. We had fun. I hope you did too. If you want to know more, please check the description. Thank you to my patrons, supporters, like she mentioned. Some of them made some of those trips and memories possible. We couldn't have done it without them. We're very grateful. If you want to know a little bit more about that and some of the stuff that comes with it, check the description. Information about Patreon is in there. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless.
Bye.
We were talking the other day. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
The Hollywood Studios and the Disney World, like Magic Kingdom, they both are more like classic theme park shaped things, but Epcot and Animal Kingdom are more unusual. Like they have a lot more to them.
Yeah, so excited. The dog has to do zoomies.
Look at her go.
Lap, 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 and charge upstairs. Weird dog. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, your ideas. Be sure to share them in the comments below, or you can contact me. There's information in the description that has my email address, fan pages, information about merchandise, and so much more. So be sure to check that out. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and if you haven't already, hit the button right up there to subscribe. And in fact, if you did enjoy this, I've even got another video for you right here. And also about these wonderful people here, those are my YouTube members and my patrons, the ones whose financial support makes this possible. I couldn't do it without them. If you want to know more about that and the perks that come with it, well, be sure to check the description. There's a link right down there. Thank you so incredibly much. God bless.